Hello, everyone. This is Deacon Tim. I'm coming to you on Wednesday of the 13th week in Ordinary Time. It's a hot one today, so I hope you found a cool place to rest and to kind of slow down perhaps a little bit. Hopefully, this heat will break by the end of the week. Today, we're well into summer now. Certainly, the heat has got us as warm as we'll get all year long. We're out of COVID, and so we're coming into a more normal world, and hopefully we can see it with new eyes as we start to see the wonder of God around us in our daily work. Our reading today is from the first reading is from the book of Genesis. And let me share that with you. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Isaac grew, and on the day of the child's weaning, Abraham had a great feast. Sarah noticed that the son whom Hagar, the Egyptian, had born to Abraham, playing with her son Isaac. So she demanded of Abraham, "Drive out that slave and her son. No son of that slave is going to share the inheritance with my son Isaac." Abraham was greatly distressed, especially on account of his son Ishmael. But God said to Abraham, "Do not be distressed about the boy or about your slave woman. Heed the demands of Sarah, no matter what she is asking of you, for it is through Isaac that descendants shall bear your name. As for the son of the slave woman, I will make a great nation of him also, since he too is your offspring." Early the next morning, Abraham got some bread and a skin of water and gave them to Hagar. Then, placing the child on her back, he sent her away. As she roamed aimlessly in the wilderness of Beersheba, the water in the skin was used up. So she put the child down under a shrub, and then went and sat down opposite him, about a bowshot away. For she said to herself, "Let me now watch to see the child die." As she sat opposite Ishmael, he began to cry. God heard the boy's cry, and God's messenger called to Hagar from heaven, "What is the matter, Hagar? Don't be afraid. God has heard the boy's cry in this plight of his. Arise, lift up the boy, and hold him by the hand. For I will make of him a great nation." Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. She went and filled the skin with water, and then let the boy drink. God was with the boy as he grew up. The word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. I think what strikes me first about this passage from the Old Testament, from the beginning of the Old Testament, is that we're all children of God. So it's just a short message today. God is ready to help one of us when we're ready for help, when we ask for help. Certainly in the reading before from Genesis today, Hagar was losing all hope. And at the end of her endurance, after serving Abraham and Sarah for many years, she was banished from their camp and set out into the desert, into the wilderness. And after roaming endlessly in this wilderness, can you imagine going out on your own after having been with a group in a camp for so long, going out on your own in the desert? and the skin of water that you have is gone, and your newborn young son is with you, and you're worried about his survival, not just his health, but his survival. How desperate was Hagar? So desperate that she put the child down. She couldn't stand to listen to the crying in her ear anymore, perhaps. Put the child down, and she could listen now, but she didn't want to watch him die. Wow. The end of her endurance, the end of her rope, desperate. And what happens? The word from the stranger that God, the Father, has come to help. The Father sent a messenger to intercede and to provide comfort. How would you feel? Hagar must have been overwhelmed. And then when she opened her eyes after hearing those kind words about her predicament and her son, she saw a well of water. Wow. Wow. Is that for real? Is that really there? The words from the stranger that God the Father will make of him a great nation must have filled her soul with grace and hope and excitement for the future. The scripture today brings us a message of love from the Father for Ishmael and Hagar and for all of us. No matter what we face, no matter who we are, no matter what religion we follow, when we ask for help, the Father is there. The Father hears our plea and offers love and hope and mercy. Maybe we won't find exactly what we're asking for, but we know the Father is there, and we know the Father, in the Father, that his goodwill will be done. Comforting words, words full of hope and love today from the Old Testament. God bless you. Stay cool. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.